The taxpayer may have been conned of millions of shillings in yet another self-gain endeavour by corrupt government officials in the Ministry of Labour who have been put on the spot for undervaluing assets before they were auctioned. The officials, including senior procurement officers, are said to have deliberately neglected procurement laws and abused their access to government tenders to profit from the sale of cars whose value was reduced by over half the market price. NTV's Silas with the details contained in the latest report by the Auditor-General Edward Ouko.
The report by the Auditor-General Edward Ouko, one in a list of many done in government ministries and departments, is the latest indictment of those in public office, who some argue have become synonymous with graft. It details what it says are outright abuse of office where officials connive to reap from the taxpayer at the expense of laid down guidelines and procedures guiding the disposal of public properties and assets. The trend borrows from those of other government ministries and departments which have been put on the spot for similar crimes, albeit serious ones, by the Office of the Auditor-General. Corrupt officials driven by selfish ambition and a desire for quick riches, profiteering themselves regardless of the consequences to the taxpayer. An audit of the Ministry of Labour for the year ending June 2017 says that the ministry devalued cars, some which were top-of-the-range vehicles, by over half the prices recommended. At least 17 vehicles, including a Volkswagen Passat and a Nissan Patrol, were all undervalued at 1.1 million shillings, selling at lower cost despite receiving bids of 3.9 million shillings during auctioning. The Volkswagen Passat had a reserve price of 30,000 shillings despite attracting a bid price of 100,000 shillings, while the Nissan Patrol was receipted at 250,000 shillings despite attracting a bid price of 1.3 million shillings. Most of the auction vehicles, despite having no physical damages, were undervalued against prices recommended by the Ministry of Transport. And that is not all. Ouko says it was also not clear how the auctioneers was procured due to various discrepancies in correspondences between the auctioneer and the head of procurement. And as if to add salt to injury, some of the winning bidders failed to pay the required 25% deposit at the fall of the hammer. In addition, fairly new vehicles were disposed of, leaving 8 old vehicles grounded in the department's yard. The ministry could have also lost over 1 million shillings due to the late payment of debts, as well as another 442 million shillings set for the building of a promotion center in Kabete, but whose construction has since stalled.
The report by Ouko is a trend that has otherwise become a norm in government institutions, where officials abuse their proximity to power for selfish gain, but which President Uhuru Kenyatta now says he will stop at nothing to correct. Silas, NTV.